Welcome, everybody. So great to see you all. I hope you enjoyed that song. I thought it was very inspiring. So let's start with just checking in with each other. So maybe we can share a little bit about how things are going, either in your body, in your mind. Where are you in this present moment today? You can use maybe a word or two, either in the chat or unmute yourself. If you were the weather, how would you be today? So I see there's a hand up and I see a phone number. So I'm not sure who it is, but feel free to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to ask the host. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I wanted to ask the host to change the display to my name, which is Michael.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. Yes, I can do that. Michael. Welcome, Michael.
Thank
so
you.
Great to see you there.
Michael is a special name for you, Paula.
Sorry, Shirley?
Michael is a special name for you.
Yes, my husband is Michael. It's a beautiful name.
I am her husband.
Great. So how's everybody doing this morning? Thank you all for joining.
I'm wearing a mask because I have someone cleaning my home here while I'm, and also because then I don't have my computer, so I'm using my iPad, which I haven't used for Zoom in a long time. So I'm not that good at it, but I hope I'll do.
Welcome,
Hi,
Shirley.
I'm Henny, and I found out yesterday afternoon I have a PSW coming about 10:15. So if I leave, that's why. I apologize and not interrupt.
It's all
anyway,
good.
I'm in the country here, and it snowed, and it's no sun, but it's bright.
Yes. Welcome, Henny. So great to see you.
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm going to miss stuff, but I have no choice.
You know, there's going to be a recording, so you're welcome to get the recording.
Great.
After.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Henny, are you from Montreal?
No, I'm in Ontario. I was born and raised in Toronto.
Oh,
and I
you
joined
said
when I was living in Richmond Hill, but about 15 and a half years ago, my husband and I moved to Prince Edward County, just south of Belleville.
Oh, nice.
So that's where I am now.
That's beautiful. The reason I'm asking, because you said I'm in the country. And usually that's...
I live in the country. There's not even a store here. No shop, nothing.
It's an expression in Quebec for like going to the cottage. It's like I'm going to the country.
No, I live here now in the countryside.
Beautiful. Prince Edward, wine country.
Yes, actually it is. It became wine country. I actually toured the wineries once.
Right.
Great. Anyone else want to share how they're feeling this morning in body, mind, spirit?
I'd like to share.
Sure. Hi, Miriam.
Good morning, Paula. Good morning, everyone. Today is the due date of our newest addition to the family. However, he's not ready to make an appearance, apparently. So we're feeling happy, excited, anticipating, waiting for the call. And it's a sunny day. It's a perfect day to arrive in our world. But so far, no update.
Can we give you an early muzzle tov?
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So exciting.
Yes, very exciting.
Congratulations, Miriam.
Thank you. As we say, B'sha'a tova, we hope for good news.
That's right.
Yes.
Excellent. Any other thoughts? Great to see your beautiful faces.
I'll say a thought. It's I don't know what to expect, Paula. I'm coming because I wanted to hear what you're doing this morning. It's always an interesting space. I'm waiting to, on one hand, go, well, where is she going to take us? On the other hand, what do I need to do to put myself in the space to go there? And so it's always this interesting thing that I'm saying, what am I doing? Am I breathing? Am I relaxing? Are my shoulders relaxed? Am I sitting comfortably? And of course, I've got my coffee, which of course is another angle. But it's so thank you for hosting us in this and trying to put myself in the space for it. So it's a good start. Beautiful music to start with. Thank you for that.
Thank you, David. And I'll let the group know it was David that introduced me to this beautiful song. He sent me some beautiful Jewish music so I could, learn. And I'm so grateful, David, that you're here and for everything that you offer. And really, the way I teach mindfulness, it's just about being aware of what's going on. So there's no particular need to prepare in any way. We just arrive and check in, and we will move through a little bit of a journey that I've thought that might be helpful for us today. So we will do that. So hopefully you enjoy it. Marilyn?
Hi, yes. I wanted to tell David that the service he did a few weeks ago was just so wonderful. He and Debbie together. It was so enjoyable. So just seeing him brings me great joy.
That's
good way
nice.
To start the class.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful community.
Also yesterday and every Shabbat that they do, which is every other Shabbat now.
Okay, good to know.
Awesome. And Michael, is that a new hand or, yeah? Go ahead, Michael.
No, I heard David, so I wasn't sure which David it was. And if it's the David that sings at the service, then now I know who you are.
Yeah, well, thanks, Michael.
And I love you.
Thanks. We miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. I understand that technology isn't always the most accessible thing for you, so I'm glad you're here, at least. So.
Well, the streaming isn't accessible to me because I have insufficient data, and so I can't actually do the video. And I tried to join on the Zoom the last week when they had the streaming thing, and someone was on there saying, "No, you can only join by the streaming," which basically meant I was cut off.
Yeah, I know.
I was kind of hoping that the Zoom would continue. That the feed would continue, so I would be able to continue listening into the service.
Right. Well, that's a different conversation and a different topic. At least glad you're trying, and nice to see you here. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, and I think it brings home, all the various challenges that we're all facing in different ways. It's just a really, really unprecedented and tremendously uncertain time with so much change and so much not knowing, right? And that's why I share the tools that have been so helpful to me in navigating through these moments of uncertainty and challenge and change. And one of the things I thought we could talk a little bit about today, because it is a Jewish mindfulness class, and I don't think all of you know me, so just a little bit about me is I've been teaching mindfulness and yoga for like 15 years, but recently I've integrated more deeply into the Jewish tradition, which is my tradition, and it's beautiful to see that there's so much within the Jewish tradition that speaks to mindfulness and meditation. And so one of the things that I've been looking into is what's the connection between, secular mindfulness, like just sitting with the breath, sitting with your experience, and the Jewish mindfulness. So in the secular tradition, mindfulness, which is actually a lot is taken from the Eastern tradition, from Buddhism. They talk a lot about none, about emptiness, right? About if you can, and maybe David, this is what you were referring to, that we need to, in a way, like calm the senses, and we need to calm the thinking mind in order to achieve this state of nothing, of just empty, right? And then because from that state of empty, then all things arise. You know, so when you touch that place where things are still, it's almost like the bottom of the ocean, then you can see that all the thoughts, the emotions, the challenges we have, the actions we take, the words we make come from this source that's in some ways empty. From the Jewish tradition, it's a little bit different, because while we do some practices that connect us with that peacefulness, the intention behind it is to connect with one. So I heard it said that none is the Buddhist or, you know, secular mindfulness way, and one is the Jewish. So the difference is the N, right? And one is because what happens when we quiet a little bit is that we realize that we're actually all connected, and there's something one that unifies, and that one you can call God, or you can call whatever you'd like. So, and then the purpose of the Jewish meditation is to connect with the divine source in order to then bring that oneness into the world through action. So in a way, it's beautiful, because I found, at least in my meditation path, that yes, you can quiet, but then what do you do with that, right? And then in the Jewish tradition, well, you know, once you've connected with the source in whatever way, whether it's through music or whether it's through prayer or whether it is through meditation that we'll do today, then you can channel that divine energy into all your words, all your actions, and all the ways that you connect with other people. So I just want to share a little bit about that. So I'm just going to share my screen right now. And I looked into the word for balance, you know, equanimity, that space of being with all that is, acceptance, reconciliation of all the desperate and different ways that we think and we act and we are, is hashlama. And what's interesting about hashlama is that it has these three letters, shin, lamed, and mem, which are also in the word shalom. So the path in the Jewish tradition, which interestingly is at the end of the day very similar to any other mindfulness path, is that when one is fully present, which is shalem, we can be accepting of all that is, we can be balanced, we can be with the wholeness, hashlama, and then as a result, what presents itself when we are able to be with things as they are in the present moment is a sense of peace, of shalom. So then we can go out and do whatever we need to do. So any questions about that, about the intention behind what we're doing when we try to do mindfulness meditation? Does that make sense? Awesome. And the other thing I've been exploring recently that I wanted to share with you, and I shared a little bit with David because it is musically related, so it's a good day for you to be here, David, is that there's a way through which we can connect this space of emptiness to form. So, right, so the emptiness is all that is, the space, which we will experience today. And then there's a way to bring that into form. And a beautiful way to do that is by making sound. And because in order to make sound, we need to connect with the empty space, the breath, and then take that breath and somehow get it out into the world, right? So what I thought we could do today to start and to get that connection between the empty and then the full is to do a little bit of sounding. So the nigun, it's a mystical musical prayer that was introduced by Hasidic Judaism. And they found that music and dance was a beautiful way to connect with this oneness, with the feeling of connection, of peace, of well-being that exists in the cosmos. So, and the beauty of the nigun is that it doesn't yet require words. So you can connect with the empty space and you can make sound, and you don't need to get caught up in what the words mean or what we're saying or why we're saying it. So it's a way to connect with your instrument, right? Your instrument, your voice, your intention. So let's do a little bit of preparation for the sound. So how we begin is by settling into a comfortable posture. And you could do this sitting, or you could do this standing, actually. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so I can see all of you. So if you'd like to do it standing in order to feel more grounded, you can feel free to stand. And if not, if you are seated, you can begin by just placing your hands on your belly and really feeling the breath here at the belly. And you can either close your eyes or just soften your gaze. And then notice the sensations at the belly. You might notice that the breath is coming in and flowing out. And you might also notice thoughts, and you might notice other sensations. But what we'll do is we'll just focus our mind on that breath. Notice it also at the low back. Notice it at the ribs. And then notice the exhale. And maybe make a little sigh, like, ah. Just a little sigh to release anything that doesn't need to be here in this moment. Any tension, any holding, just let it all out with the exhale, making a slight sound. You can open your mouth, maybe open it very wide. And you might find yourself yawning, and you can feel free to yawn. It's very good for you. Releases all the tension. And next, I'm going to make a sound. And then you can feel free to repeat after me. So it's a little bit of a melody. So I'll walk you through it. I'll make some sound, and then you can repeat. You can keep yourself muted just because otherwise there's echoes. It doesn't sound so great. But imagine all of us singing together. So you try with me. You try with me. Together. So all three. You try. Listen. Try it together. Inhale. Together. 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 So that part. Together. And from the beginning. So that's it. So we'll do it a few times. Just join in when you feel ready. And we're just going to sing it together a few rounds and then let the sound connect you with that spaciousness. So here we go together. Just join in when you're ready. And you can change the sounds. Ya, 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 Two more rounds. One more. And just settling into the silence. Noticing any sensations in the body. Noticing the breath. And if you like, we can do a few movements together to begin to spread that energy throughout the body. So we can start by inhaling the arms up overhead, opening the heart. Exhale, bend your elbows open, the front body. Inhale, reach. And exhale down. And now taking one arm up, inhale for 1, 2, 3, all the way back on 4, and exhale down. Inhaling in through the nose, out through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Other side, inhale up, 2, 3, open 4, and back, 2, 3, 4. Diagonal, take the arm out to the corner of the room. Inhale, open the front chest and back, 2, 3, 4. Other side, open up to the corner of the room, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3, 4. Now shoulder height. So we're moving the shoulder in all 3 directions. Squeeze the shoulder blade behind and back, 2, 3, 4. And other side, open, 2, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3. Let's do both arms together. Inhale up, 2, back bend, and exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Corners of the room, both arms reach, 2, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3, 4. And shoulder height, open, squeeze the shoulder blades behind, beautiful, and back. And let's do a little twist. So take the opposite hand to the opposite knee, inhale, reach up, and exhale, twist the body. So you're going towards your opposite knee, nice twist to the spine. Hold it here, inhale, reach the crown of the head up, and exhale, twist a little more. And one more, inhale, and exhale, and come back to center. And let's do the other side. So opposite arm to opposite knee. Inhale, reach, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale up, and twist. Come back to center, and let's do one more for our shoulders. So holding onto the shoulders, inhale, bring the elbows in together and up, and exhale, back down. And let's do 2 more of those. Inhale up, exhale down, beautiful. Inhale, and exhale. So these are 2 beautiful ways to get us into stillness, sound, and then movement. And then as we get closer in, we're going to do some breath work. So you're going to place one hand on your upper belly, so between your ribs, and then the other hand in your low belly. So you really feel the breath coming in and going out. And we're going to inhale in through the nose into the upper belly for 1, 2, 3. And on the exhale, the low belly comes in and up for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, low belly in and up for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Extending the exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, we can add sound. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, sound. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, sound. 2 more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, sound. And last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, sound. Beautiful. And you can just let go of your hands, place them on your lap, and come into a comfortable position that you can stay in for the next 15 minutes or so. You can either sit with a nice long spine, or you can feel free to lie down. And we're going to begin with just feel. So we're going to see what we feel in the body, going through the whole body. So starting with the toes. Noticing any sensations of the toes. Are the toes cold or hot? What's the touch of the toes? What does that feel like? Do you notice the middle toes, the big toe, the little toe? And if your mind goes to thoughts about the toes or about anything else, or about if you're doing this right, just notice that. And then come back to the sensations of the toes. What do the toes actually feel like? And then moving to the feet, the bottoms of the feet, the tops of the feet, the ankles, the lower leg, the shin, the calf, noticing the skin, the muscles, the bones. The knees, the front of the knee, the back of the knee. The upper leg, the inner thigh, the outer thigh, the quadricep, the hamstring. Noticing the upper leg. And now allowing both legs to sink deeply into the chair, the earth. And if you're seated, you can imagine the tailbone sinking down through the chair, through the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, so that you feel grounded and held by the earth beneath you. Letting go of the legs, letting them sink into the earth. So you notice the belly, the low back. You might notice the breath, the belly, the mid-back, the mid-belly, the space above the belly button, the solar plexus. Noticing any holding or tension at the belly, the waist. As we move up into the heart, the lungs, the back of the heart, the space between the shoulder blades. The fingertips, the fingers, the back of the hand, the back of the hand, the palm of the hand, the wrists, the lower arm, the elbows, the upper arm, the bicep, the tricep. Noticing the arm in the shoulder socket, the shoulder blade in the back, the collarbone in the front, and the space between the shoulders and the neck, letting all the weight roll off the shoulders. Breathing into the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, the throat, imagining the breath going into these places, noticing all the sensations at the neck, the back of the head, the sides of the head, the temples, the ears, the top of the head, the brain, relaxing the brain, letting it fall to the back of the head, and the face, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheekbones, the mouth, the jaw, the chin, letting the whole face melt away. So now noticing the body as a whole from head to toe, from toe to head. And noticing feel. When there is a sensation, it could be something external, like the touch of your legs on the chair or the clothes on the skin. Or it could be an internal sensation, a sensation associated with emotion, like holding at the belly or a tightness around the heart. And whatever it is, you just label it feel. Sink your attention into it for a few moments. And then see what else comes up in the feel space. And notice that. And as you do this, there will be thoughts. And there might be images as well. For now, we let those be in the background. And we bring our attention to any body sensation. Feel in the body. And you can label it. Feel. 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 Find a pace that works for you, that's kind and keeps you on track. And if the mind goes to see or hear, just let that go, let it be in the background. And just come back to how am I feeling in the body? Feel. Pleasant or unpleasant, no need to fix or change. Hashlama, we just accept and reconcile whatever is arising. Kindness, compassion. And for a few moments, now going to just see. So you could imagine a screen right at your forehead. And then notice what you see. Is it black? Are there lights or shapes? Are there images? Whatever arises, label it see. Sink your attention into that. And for now, we're going to let feel and hear be in the background. Just see. Notice what you see. You can label it see. And everything else is background. Just see. 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 And finally, we'll go to hear. So the beauty is that we don't need to silence the thoughts. We just notice them. You could hear sounds in the room, hear ouch. You could hear my voice. And in the same way, you can hear your own thoughts. We don't need to get caught up in the story about it at this time. We can do that later if we like. But for now, we just hear. You could even say it hears, like this human hears. So thoughts are just sound in the mind's eye. You can label here, here. Notice if it's like a wave of thought. Maybe when you check it out, there's no sound, so you can hear rest and enjoy that. Just hear. You might hear a song in your head. Maybe the nigun. And now opening it up. So see, hear, or feel anything that arises. Anything that catches your attention, just notice, is it see, hear, or feel? And if it's more than one, just choose one. Doesn't matter which one. Notice that for a few moments. And then choose the next one. Is it see, hear, or feel? And then again. Wonderful. So slowly you can start wiggling your toes, your fingers. Give yourself another stretch if you like. And coming back together again, and see if you can keep a little bit of the practice going in the background as we engage in a little bit of conversation. Focus, we'll focus on hear as we talk, sound, but there might also be feel in the body, right? And you see beautiful colors and faces like the chocolate boxes that Tina talks about. So see, hear, and feel. It's really the whole of our experience. Any questions, thoughts about that? How was that? Maybe for many of you, this was the first time you tried this technique. So feel free to unmute or share in the chat.
It was great.
I found that the tones that we started out with kept returning to my mind, and I found that quite different from my previous mindfulness experiences. Very beautiful combination.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Michael. That's great. Yeah, I find the sound when our minds are so busy, and especially if we're like on negative mind loops, which can be very common right now, given everything that's going on, the sound can really bring
negative.
Yeah, and just like sound. So good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you for sharing.
I also had a better experience starting with the nigun and it got me into a calmer state faster than just trying to focus on the breath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gail. What can happen is when we're in like a fight or flight mode, like we're nervous, anxious, we're feeling afraid, and we're in the amygdala. What's the worst thing somebody can tell you? It's like, just relax. right? It's like, well, I can't relax. I'm like really tight and stressed and I feel scared. I can't just sit. So doing something like sounding, yes, can help calm the nervous system. There's actually a lot of science around the vagus nerve in the belly and sound, and it can calm. Movement too can get us into a more relaxed state, so that then we can, you know, connect with breath or connect with intention. But I'm glad you found that. They say also putting your hands in cold water can like get you out of the fight or flight, like looking around that things that we're safe, right? It doesn't feel like we're safe because there's so much going on, but if we look around in this moment, we're okay. And then we can breathe, you know, but we can't just breathe when we're stressed sometimes. It just feels more stressful. Yes, David.
A few things, and first, thank you for that. I've done body meditations before, though I had not worked through the see, feel, hear, or in the order that we did them, of course, which was great because sometimes when I try to put myself into that calm, relaxed space, sometimes a structure helps. And by doing it sequentially as you did in those three senses, and then making it free flow between them was nice. The concept of naming it gives some grounding, and then you can move on. It's not like you're trying to focus on it. You just name it and move on. So that I found very helpful. I have a question for you and then a comment about the Nigun. Where did you draw that Nigun from?
So I did a course with Aviva Chernik, okay. And she composed it with Rabbi Sam Feinberg, I think. So that's the beginning of it. If you guys like it, there's more, but it gets a little more complicated.
Well, the reason being is because you talked about, you know, the origin of Nigunim through the Hasidic tomes and so on. That particular Nigun followed the Nusach that is also tied to, for example, I know the melody from Yigdal. Same tones, same notes. And so what Aviva and, I'm sorry, the other person's name I didn't catch, were drawing from something far more ancient, you know,
cool.
into that particular melody. So that was very peaceful. So I found myself going through Yigdal in my head as I was chanting with you. So that was kind of fun.
That's why
very neat.
That's why I like Yigdal so much. But Yigdal has two melodies. The daily.
Oh, there's hundreds of them, but yes.
The one Rob does on High Holy Days.
And Elaine Tadras also does a slightly different version of it as well, which is lovely too.
So now we know why it works.
Yeah. It's ancient stuff. It's amazing. Excellent. Yeah. I see
Leanne.
The Galants.
Yeah, Leanne.
Leanne.
So, yes. So I like the that you actually increase the expiration compared to the inspiration, because sort of, you know, as you said, from a scientific point of view, sort of we address the sympathetic system breathing in and the calming one, the slowing down one breathing out. So that actually works. You know, I found that even during this exercise, I felt like I was conscious of a change in the sort of stress level, if you say it like that, in the breathing out. And the other thing is the body scan that you did. And I'm always surprised because, you know, we think we're doing things and our bodies are doing them, but we don't actually feel them. But if you focus on, like, even if you focus on the bottom of your foot or your big toe, suddenly you can actually feel something there, like some sort of sensation. And I'm always surprised that I can actually feel that. And it wasn't at the beginning, it gets with practice, but it increases with practice, but it doesn't cease to surprise me that I can feel my big toe. Yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Leanne. That's really wonderful insights. On the breath, we learned in our yoga therapy training, I did a yoga therapy training a while ago, each component has a different
purpose.
Yeah, purpose. So if you're feeling really lethargic, inhale and hold after the inhale can be really energizing. But if you're feeling really anxious and nervous, then, or if you want to go to sleep or rest, then exhale and hold after the exhale will calm. So that's really great. And then in terms of the feel in the body, you know, a lot of us are in our heads. And even when we say, okay, I'm going to feel the foot, it's more like we're thinking about it. So it does take some practice. So if anybody found that difficult, it is difficult, you know, because we're not taught that. And so it's like, what I can feel. And the interesting thing about that is that which part of the brain is doing that? Like, where am I? You know, so then you realize that you're bigger than your thinking mind, that our thoughts are one part of our mind that, you know, we can think and we can plan and we can analyze, but there's this whole other part that can observe and feel and notice that you're thinking, notice that you're notice images. So that's the part that we connect with more and more through this practice. So thank you for those insights. It's lovely.
Can you imagine what it would feel like to be a meditator participating in an experiment and trying to do this while inside an MRI machine?
Yes.
There is a lot of research about what happens to the brain, like EEGs and MRIs and functional MRIs, when you're in different states of arousal and thoughts and planning and organization. So yeah, Michael, it's happening. Do you want to volunteer?
On that point, the few times I've had to keep perfectly still for a scan, I try to be as calm and meditative, you know, for lack of a better word, as I can. So it's kind of the reverse. I try to get into that space so I can stay perfectly still for the duration that I have to stay still.
Well, I'd like to do one final meditation, which is a Hesed, a loving kindness meditation. And then I know we're officially done at 11, but if people have questions and want to stay on a little bit, I'm happy to do that. So let's do this final one, and then we can reconnect. So let's settle into a comfortable posture again, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to do something called RAIN. It's an acronym by Tara Brach. And RAIN stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. So you can feel free to close your eyes or just soften your gaze. And bring to mind maybe a current struggle, something that you're having a hard time with, whether in your own personal life, in the world, or with a loved one. And then we're going to start by recognizing in these three elements that we learned. So do you see any images related to this challenge? What do you feel in your body? And any thoughts here? And we're going to allow the A of RAIN, we're going to allow ourselves to experience all of these things, see, hear, or feel related to this challenge. And we're going to investigate. Where is the feel in the body? Is Is it expanding or contracting? What are the thoughts, the here, the images? And nurturing the whole experience. The N of rain is to nurture. And if you like, you can place a hand or two on your heart. And allow yourself to feel, to hear, to see, but at the same time, give yourself chesed, loving kindness. You can say to yourself, may I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I live in peace. And see if you can connect with a sense of nurture, kindness, of sitting with any suffering or challenge. Just allowing the softness of your presence to nurture that. And extending it out now to loved ones. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live in peace. And now imagining people you might not know so well, maybe across the world, or people you might run into in your neighborhood or in a store, seeing their humanity, the complexity of their own lives, imagining what that might be like, and sending them loving kindness. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live in peace. And finally, all beings, big and small, human and non-human, near and far, this whole planet, the universe, may all beings be happy, the earth. May we be safe. May we be healthy. May we be happy. And may we live in peace. And just staying with space of loving kindness in your heart. Remembering that you can come back to this space at any time through your breath, through your body, through see, hear, or feel, through sound and music, and then sharing it with others. Slowly wiggle your fingers, your toes, give yourself a stretch if you like, and coming back together again. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here. It's been such a pleasure. What a wonderful group. And I'm, as I mentioned, if you have comments, thoughts, happy to stay on for a little bit and chat, questions.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you so much. Can we end with a nigun?
Sure, let's do it. So then, connecting with the breath, just feeling it in the belly. And we can do it together, and we can unmute and make it be whatever it is. So here we go.
Awesome Zoom.
you.
Thank you, Paula. Beautiful.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much.
Miriam, I wish a good birth for your
Yes.
grandchild. Tomorrow is family day, so maybe it's a good time.
Baby's waiting for that. Thank you. And Paula, thank you so much. I feel so relaxed and also energized at the same time. So it's just an amazing feeling. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Miriam. So great to have you.
Paula, how do we access the recording?
So I will ask Yaron to do his magic and maybe send it out to all participants. That would probably be the easiest.
Okay. Thank you. I would like to share this with others. So
yeah, awesome. And I think last time they put it on the YouTube, like I think Darhe Noam has a YouTube site, so then we can do that, and then we can, yeah, you can feel free to share it.
Great, thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm so glad.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Shavua Tov. Shavua Tov.
Continued,
Can we
Paula?
still access the first one?
Yes, I think so. Let me see if I can find it for you, and I'll just put it in the link. Let's see, Darhe Noam, YouTube. And videos. Let's see. Yeah, here I am. Here, I'll send it to you right now.
Oh, perfect. Great. Thanks.
Terrific. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Paul.
Bye.
Bye, David.
So much. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, David. I'm going to tell him it was a great service yesterday. The music was so great yesterday.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Paula.
Thank you. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.